and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am working on doing an inventory of everything that's in my freezer. I have kind of a big deep chest freezer, and I have decided to work on this pantry challenge where we're going to try to eat all of the things that I have. Today is January 15th, so I'm a little late on this. I think most people started on January 1st, but you know what? The first rule of Pantry Challenge is there are no rules to Pantry Challenge. So I'm gonna start laying out everything that I have. We're gonna organize it, and then I'll probably make a list so I can start planning around what meals we can have for the next few weeks out of what I got. All right, just cleaning the countertops and starting to pull everything out of the deep freezer. There was quite a bit in there, so I tried to organize as I went to get things in some sort of logical combination. So I have several meals, that's what these are, that I've made in the past, but I knew we weren't going to eat everything that was prepared. So I went ahead and portioned them out into individual servings. Most of these are leftovers from Christmas dinner. A few are from Thanksgiving, but we'll go ahead and tally up that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16 of these just ready, available to use. I also have, this is a kind of combination meal from a soup that I made in November. So seeing as how it's January, you probably need to prioritize that. And this could be a side dish for something, some cranberry couscous. These are all ingredients, so like garlic and ginger and some herbs, tomato paste. These are things that could be used to make other things, not this. This is citrus rinds for my disposal in the sink. But this is like apple cores that I use to make cider. And then I've got some chicken bones and vegetable scraps that I started that I use to make stock. This is in fact all of that stock from the last batch that I made that I still have. Then we've got quite a few frozen vegetables, which is great because the kids will eat that. Have very little in terms of frozen fruit, just these strawberries and the wee bit remnants of this mixed fruit. I had to stop and put on my gloves because, man, the freezer is cold. This is some fried rice. And then I've got lots of proteins. I just think we're going to have to be a little creative in what we do with them because it's a lot of ham. And I love ham. Ham is great. It's juicy, it's fatty, it's rich. But I don't know that I want to eat ham for a month straight. So we have a ton of ham that I froze into sort of more reasonable portions. But we also have an entire whole ham that I got for free from my Lidl grocery rewards. So there's a lot of ham there. I also do have some ground turkey, could be tacos or something. And these are some pre-formed hamburger patties that I have in this. I made too many the day that I made them. They're not cooked though, so they're raw. I just have to deal with them, but that's what that is. Bacon. These are the remnants of some mojo pork I made for Cuban sandwiches. This is the last of the Thanksgiving turkey. Then I also have some shrimp. So excited for that. That's a change of pace from some of this other meats that we have. Very excited for the shrimp. I do have these spicy chicken patties. My husband likes to take these for work. So we can maybe do some sandwiches with that. And then dino nuggets, fan favorite for the kids. And I do have a wee bit of French fries left that those can go with. Desserts. I don't know if you can see the desserts, but I have a whole box of popsicles and also like a box and a half of frozen Go-Gurts that the kids like. So lots of dessert choices there. For breakfasts, I do have a couple of these sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits but that'll be going tomorrow, you know. And I do have this whole pack of hash browns that we can eat. That'll be good too. And meatballs, which, again, little kids like meatballs, so that's good. So this is what I have that I'm starting off with. I'm going to take some time to write down all of this, and then we'll start thinking about what cohesive meals we can make. I think it's safe to say that lunches are handled. Work lunches and things are handled for the next couple weeks. But in terms of dinners, I think we have more than enough to make. We'll just have to figure out what we're gonna make. All right, so now we're just doing it in reverse. So taking all the things that I found in the freezer, writing down what they were, writing down the quantities, and then getting them back in the freezer in an organized manner so that I can find them later. So I have spent some time with the lists that I made to see what we're going to have this week for our first week of the pantry challenge. I think the first week is always the easiest because there's, produce and things and lots of stuff in the fridge. But what I got together is for lunch today, grilled cheese. I found that we have an egregious amount of cheese in the fridge. So grilled cheese sandwiches. I had half a loaf of bread in the freezer. And then some apples and cucumbers, which I'll just slice up. For dinner, I'm going to use the frozen burger patties. I will need to make my own buns for those because I don't have any buns. And then I've got some bagged spinach in the fridge, which has seen better days. So we need to eat that today, or it will have to go. So we're gonna have a little spinach side salad with that. Now, my kids are unlikely to eat that, so I'll likely also do some steamed vegetables just from the freezer. For breakfast throughout the week. So today is Monday. It's a holiday though. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my kids are in daycare. So both breakfast and lunches, it's just my husband and I who I'm cooking for or feeding. So for breakfasts, I am gonna have oatmeal with peanut butter. It's something I do quite often. And then my spouse, we'll give him the last of those freezer breakfast sandwiches. There were 2 of them. And then I'll make him some eggs on Thursday and Friday. He likes just taking scrambled eggs some mornings for breakfast. Now for lunches, I elected to put in the fridge to thaw this big bag of soup that I found in the freezer. It's the oldest item in my pantry. I made it on October 30th. So that's been about 3 months. I did make a mistake when I froze it because I froze like 3/4 of a gallon of this soup in one big bag instead of portioning it into a more reasonable sized container. So as a result, I'm kind of committing myself to the soup all week. So I'll be having soup along with probably more rolls from when I'm making the hamburger buns and things throughout the week. Probably won't just be soup. Will likely be soup and bread, or maybe soup and apple because I do have quite a few apples in the fridge. For lunch from my spouse, I have those like frozen individual meals from Christmas and Thanksgiving. So he'll have a couple of those for lunch, and then also some spicy chicken patties that were in there. I'll probably serve that with like a snack cheese and an apple just so he's got some more sustenance, but he wants to do low carb, so he likely will not eat a bun even if I packed it for him. Now for dinners. On tomorrow, I have some crepes that are in the freezer. My husband bought them because he thought it looked fun. We've never used them, obviously. It's been a couple of months. So I'm thinking we'll finally use that, and I'll make some ham and cheese crepes. We have some fun cheeses too. So for the adults, I'm thinking a cranberry Stilton and ham, and then probably mozzarella and ham for the kids. I think I'll serve that with applesauce. We have a open container of applesauce in the fridge. It's not been open a long time, so it's not like it's spoiled or anything, but we need to eat that. So applesauce and probably a steamable vegetable with that. I do think that will make leftovers because there are 8 crepes in the pack. So even if everyone had one, little kind of crepe sandwich, for lack of a better word, there's only 4 of us. So we'll have enough for leftovers for the next day. For Thursday, I'm thinking shrimp tacos. I will make a little slaw with some of the carrot and maybe celery that I have in the fridge that I need to use up. We'll see how the celery is looking. I might end up having to just chop that and put it in the freezer for chicken pot pie or things later on. And then Friday night, we always have pizza. So I do have flour and yeast to make the dough, and olive oil. I make the dough most of the time. Sometimes we buy a store-bought dough, but regardless, we have the ingredients for pizza. We've also got pepperoni, we've got some mozzarella, we've got pizza sauce. So Friday, pizza night. That brings us to next weekend. So in the morning, I'm thinking on Saturday I'll make pancakes and a strawberry compote to go with that from the frozen strawberries that I have. I'll probably also scramble some eggs. For Sunday's breakfast, I have half a loaf of pumpkin bread. I guess it's technically like butternut squash is what I used in it, but it's a pumpkin bread recipe. So I will be making that into French toast on Sunday, and also some scrambled eggs. Now that'll use all the eggs that I have, and I might need to buy some more eggs from the store for that. I definitely can't do this pantry challenge without eggs. So that'll have to be something I purchase because I only have 18 right now. But that's breakfast. For lunch next weekend, I do have some noodles. So I'm thinking spaghetti and meatballs. I have quite a few of those meatballs, and that is a fan favorite. That will make leftovers, so we can have that for lunch on Sunday too. And then for dinner, I'm thinking use that bagged fried rice to do like a ham fried rice. I'll probably add mixed vegetables to that though. And then on Sunday for dinner, I have the meat left over from where I made Cuban sandwiches a while ago, probably at the end of November. I made Cuban sandwiches. And so I've got some of the mojo pork left. I also still have pickles and mustard. I don't have Swiss, but I do have 3 1-pound blocks of mozzarella. So I'm thinking we could do like a kind of fake version of a Cuban sandwich on Sunday for dinner. I will have to make the bread for that. But I think I have the ingredients to do so. Then in terms of snacks, because my kids are little, we do have snacks in the morning before school, and then also after nap time on the weekends. I have the frozen Go-Gurt that they could have. I have snacking cheese, like the cheese sticks, and also little squares of cheese they can have. And then I've also got breakfast bars in the pantry. So I think we're good on snacks. And honestly, this was a really easy first week. So aside from having to buy eggs, I think we are all set. We don't need much of anything else for this week, but next week might be a more of a challenge. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll try to take y'all along with me, and we'll see how it turns out.